Hello and welcome back to TalkUp, where we make learning English real, practical and fun. Today we have something different. Instead of just giving you words and definitions, you're going to listen to a story, a real-life situation, travelling through an airport. But before we start, tell me in the comments, have you ever been to an airport? What was your experience like? Where did you travel? I want to hear your stories. Now, get ready. Listen carefully and try to imagine the situation. I'll explain new words and phrases along the way. Let's begin. Omar is travelling to London for the first time. He's flying from Cairo International Airport. The night before the flight, he packs his suitcase. He checks his passport, his ticket, and his visa. He is excited but also nervous. He tells himself, "Do I have everything? Clothes, charger, passport? Yeah, I think I'm ready." The next morning, Omar arrives at the airport 3 hours early. He enters the departure hall and looks around. It's his first time travelling alone. There are signs everywhere. Check-in, departures, gates. He sees people waiting in line, airport staff walking around, and big screens showing flight information. Vocabulary: departure hall, the part of the airport where you leave for your flight information screen that shows times, gates, and delays. Omar finds the check-in counter for British Airways. He waits his turn. Finally, it's his turn. The airline agent says, "Good morning. Passport and ticket, please." Omar hands over his documents. "Do you have any checked bags?" "Yes, just one," he replies. She weighs the bag and says, "It's within the limit. Here's your boarding pass. Your gate is A14. Boarding starts at 9:20. Vocabulary: checked bag, luggage that goes in the cargo area of the plane boarding pass, a document that allows you to get on the plane. Next, Omar walks to the security area. He takes off his shoes, his belt, and puts his laptop in a separate tray. A security officer tells him, "Please remove all liquids from your bag." Omar passes through the scanner. There's a beep. "Do you have any metal on you?" the officer asks. Omar remembers, "Oh, my watch." He takes it off, goes through again, and this time it's all clear. Vocabulary: tray, a plastic container used during security checks. Scanner, machine that checks your body or bags for dangerous items. After security, Omar looks for gate. A14, he walks past shops, cafes, and people sitting on benches. He buys a bottle of water and finds a seat. He checks the time. Still 30 minutes to boarding. An announcement plays, "Attention all passengers flying to London on flight BA162. Please proceed to gate A14 for boarding." Omar lines up with other passengers. At the gate, the staff asks, "Boarding pass and passport, please." They scan his ticket and say, "Thank you. Have a good flight." He walks through the tunnel that connects the gate to the plane. This is really happening. Vocabulary: gate, the area where you wait and enter the plane. Boarding, the process of getting on the plane. Inside the plane, Omar finds his seat, 22A, next to the window. He puts his bag in the overhead compartment and sits down. A flight attendant walks by and says, "Good morning. Would you like something to drink after takeoff?" Omar smiles and nods. The captain makes an announcement. "Welcome aboard. We are ready for takeoff. Please fasten your seat belts." During the flight, Omar watches a movie, listens to music, and eats lunch. He talks a little with the person sitting next to him, a student from Spain who is also going to London. They talk about universities, football, and travel dreams. Vocabulary: Aboard on the plane. Fasten your seatbelt, secure your seatbelt, flight attendant, staff member who helps you during the flight. After 5 hours, the captain says, "We'll be landing in London in about 20 minutes. The weather is clear and the temperature is 15 degrees Celsius." The plane lands smoothly. Omar claps quietly and looks out the window. Welcome to London. After landing, Omar walks through a long hallway that leads to immigration. A border officer calls him forward. "Officer, good afternoon. Passport, please." Omar, "Here you go." Officer, "What's the purpose of your visit to the UK?" Omar, "Tourism. I'll stay for 2 weeks." Officer, "Where will you stay?" Omar, "At a hotel in central London." Officer, "Do you have a return ticket?" Omar, "Yes, it's on the 25th. Officer, "Okay, enjoy your stay." Vocabulary: immigration, where your passport and visa are checked after arriving in a country. Purpose of visit: why you're travelling. Return ticket, ticket for your journey back home. Omar follows the signs to baggage claim. He waits at carousel 4 for his suitcase. Bags start to come out one by one. Finally, he sees his. It's the black one with a red ribbon. Next, he walks through customs. There are 2 exits. One says nothing to declare, the other says goods to declare. Omar has nothing special, so he walks through the green lane. No one stops him. He's officially in the UK. Vocabulary: baggage claim, where you pick up your luggage after a flight. Carousel. The moving belt where bags appear. Customs, the area where officials check your bags for restricted or valuable items. Before leaving the airport, Omar wants to buy a local SIM card for his phone. He finds a small kiosk. Omar, "Hi, do you sell SIM cards?" Clerk, "Yes." "Do you want data only or calls too?" Omar, "Both, please. I'll be here for 2 weeks. Clerk, "This one is £15, unlimited calls and 10 gigabytes of data." Omar, "Perfect." After setting up his phone, he goes to find the train station inside the airport. He looks confused, so he asks a security guard. Omar, "Excuse me, how do I get to the train to central London?" Guard, "Follow the signs to the Heathrow Express. It's down that way." Vocabulary: SIM card, a small chip used to connect your phone to a local network. Unlimited calls, no limit on the number of phone calls. Heathrow Express, a train that connects Heathrow Airport to London. Omar buys a train ticket from a machine using his card. He gets on the Heathrow Express. It's clean and quiet. He finds a seat next to the window. An announcement plays. This is the Heathrow Express to London Paddington. The journey will take 15 minutes. Omar looks out the window. It's raining lightly. He watches the suburbs pass by as he feels both tired and excited. Vocabulary: platform, the area where you wait for the train. Suburbs, areas outside the city centre. Paddington Station, a main train station in London. The train stops at Paddington Station. Omar follows the crowd and exits. He opens Google Maps on his phone and searches for his hotel. It's a 10-minute walk. He pulls his suitcase through busy streets, past old buildings and red buses. Finally, he arrives at his hotel. At the reception, receptionist. "Hello, do you have a reservation?" Omar, "Yes, under the name Omar Saleh." Receptionist, "Welcome. Can I see your ID, please?" Omar, "Sure." Receptionist, "Here's your room key." You're in room 204 on the 2nd floor. Breakfast is served from 7 to 10 a.m. Omar takes the elevator, enters his room, and sits on the bed. He takes a deep breath and says, "I made it. London, here I come." Omar wakes up early the next morning. He opens the curtains and sees the city of London, cloudy skies, quiet streets, and the sound of distant buses. He puts on his jacket, grabs his phone and wallet, and goes out for a walk. He walks past cafes, bookstores, and people on their way to work. At a coffee shop, he orders, Omar. Hi, can I get a medium cappuccino, please? Barista. Sure, for here or to go? Omar. To go, barista. That's £3.20. Vocabulary, for here or to go. Common way to ask if you're staying or taking your order away. Barista. The person who prepares coffee, Omar wants to visit the British Museum. He's not sure how to get there, so he asks someone on the street. Omar. Excuse me, how can I get to the British Museum? Local. You can take the tube. The nearest station is just around the corner. Take the Central line to Tottenham Court Road. Omar finds the station, buys an Oyster card, and enters the London Underground for the first time. He follows the signs, waits for the train, and listens carefully to the announcements. Vocabulary, tube, the London Subway Underground Oyster card, a travel card for public transportation line, a train route, Central Line, Piccadilly Line, etc. Omar reaches the British Museum. It's large, quiet, and full of history. He walks through rooms filled with ancient Egyptian statues, Greek sculptures, and old maps of the world. He sits on a bench and thinks to himself, "One day ago, I was at home. Now I'm here. I used English to check in, go through security, buy a SIM card, ask for help, and even ride the tube." He takes a deep breath and smiles. This trip is not just about travel. It's about learning, about growing. And that brings us to the end of Omar's journey, at least for now. He used English in real situations. At the airport, at passport control, with hotel staff in the streets, and even on the train. Now it's your turn. Your mission today is to write one paragraph in the comments. Imagine you're arriving in a new country. What's the first thing you would do? Use at least 4 new words or phrases from this story. Also, let me know. Did you enjoy this kind of story-based lesson? Would you like more like this? TalkUp is here to make English learning real and useful. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this with someone who loves to travel or just wants to improve their English. See you in the next one.